There are certain dates that feel different, almost as if time itself is charged with a deeper meaning. September 26th is one of those days. Many call it a gateway of 9/9 energy, a moment when numbers, cycles, and universal rhythms align. This isn't just about numerology, it's about tuning into a higher frequency that asks you to pause, reflect, and step into something greater. When we learn to listen to these energetic markers in time, we realize life has patterns guiding us to evolve. The number 9 represents completion. It is the number of endings, closure, and spiritual maturity. When it appears in the form of 9/9, the effect is doubled, like a powerful echo. On September 26th, this vibration resonates strongly, creating a field that encourages you to release old stories. Think of it like a cosmic full stop at the end of a long chapter. It tells you the past no longer defines you. It's time to move on. But what does it mean to move on in a real practical sense? It means letting go of emotions, thoughts, and habits that no longer align with your future. This date acts as a mirror, reflecting both what you've been holding on to and what you're ready to release. It is not a day for fear but for courage, a moment to choose freedom over limitation. The universe is opening a door, but you must be the one to walk through it. When you become aware of this energy, the day stops being ordinary. It becomes a sacred invitation. Imagine September 26th, not as another day on the calendar, but as a symbolic threshold. Behind you lies everything you've outgrown. Ahead of you is a field of infinite possibility. The question is, are you ready to answer the call and step into the unknown with trust and clarity? Numbers are more than symbols we use to count. For thousands of years, cultures across the world have believed numbers hold deep spiritual meaning. Among them, the number 9 has always been seen as sacred. In numerology, 9 is the last single digit, the point of completion before the cycle begins again with 1. It carries the energy of endings, wisdom, and release. It tells us that something must close before something new can open. Ancient traditions saw this number as a bridge between worlds. In some systems, it was called the number of initiation, where the soul passes from one stage to another. The Mayans, Greeks, and Eastern mystics all recognized the significance of 9 as a number of transformation. They knew that when 9 appeared in powerful alignments, it was not random, it was a signal. It meant a cycle had run its course, and the soul was ready for its next lesson. This is why 9/9 energy is so potent. It doesn't just whisper about endings, it demands them. It brings unresolved emotions, old patterns, and hidden truths to the surface. That's why during times like September 26th, people often feel an unusual intensity. Memories rise, relationships shift, situations come to a close. This isn't punishment, it is alignment. The number 9 clears the path so that the next cycle represented by 1 can begin fresh. When you understand the symbolism of 9, you stop resisting endings. You realize closure is not loss. It is preparation. Just as a tree must shed its leaves before winter, you too must let go of what no longer serves you. The energy of 9 helps you do this. It guides you to release with grace, knowing that endings are really beginnings in disguise. On September 26th, this energy will be amplified, asking you to embrace the wisdom of completion. What do people mean when they talk about an energy portal? It might sound mystical, but the idea is simple. Just as the Earth has seasons, time itself carries energetic seasons. Certain dates align in ways that open doorways for transformation. A portal is like a spiritual window where universal energy becomes easier to access. The 9/9 portal is one of these rare moments, and September 26th resonates strongly with its vibration. When numbers align in repeating patterns, they create a frequency. Think of it like music. A single note can be beautiful, but when the same note is repeated, its power deepens. The 9/9 frequency is like a song of closure and transformation. It invites you to step into awareness, to consciously close old cycles. During this time, you may feel more sensitive, more reflective, and more aware of the bigger picture of your life. Many people describe the 9/9 portal as a time when veils between the physical and the spiritual become thinner. It's easier to sense guidance, intuition, and synchronicities. The reason is simple: your energy is more open, and the universe mirrors that openness. When you release resistance, you allow new possibilities to enter. The portal doesn't do the work for you. It amplifies your inner work, making transformation quicker and deeper. So what does this mean for you on September 26th? It means this date offers more than symbolism. It's an energetic invitation. Imagine standing at the edge of a doorway. Behind you is the weight of the past. Ahead is a lighter, freer version of you. The 9/9 portal is that doorway. All you need to do is set the intention, step forward with trust, and let the universe guide the way. Life is built on cycles. Day turns into night, seasons shift, and years roll forward with rhythm. Just as nature knows when to close one phase and prepare for the next, our lives follow the same pattern. Closure is not random. It's written into the design of existence. The September 26th energy is a reminder of this truth. It tells us that endings are not mistakes but natural movements in the cycle of growth. Think of the moon. Every month it grows full, then disappears, only to return again. The full moon is a moment of release when energy peaks and then lets go. The cycle of 9 carries a similar vibration. It builds toward completion and then asks for surrender. This is why September 26th feels like a turning point. It's not about something being lost, it's about something being completed. The chapter is closing because the story has been told. The body itself mirrors this wisdom. Cells die so new ones can form. Breath flows in and out, never clinging, always moving. If the body held on to every breath, life would stop. The same is true for emotions, beliefs, and memories. Holding on too tightly creates stagnation. Closure is nature's way of creating flow. The 9/9 energy highlights this lesson by bringing awareness to what you've been holding on to and asking you to let it move. When you align with the cycle of closure, peace replaces resistance. Instead of fearing endings, you begin to trust them. You recognize that every conclusion holds the seed of a beginning. September 26th is an invitation to harmonize with this universal rhythm. It is the season of release, the sacred pause before renewal. By accepting closure, you open yourself to the beauty of the next cycle waiting just ahead. Every person carries stories. Some are uplifting, while others weigh us down like heavy stones. September 26th, infused with the 9/9 energy, shines a light on these old chapters. It brings up the emotions, beliefs, and patterns that no longer belong in your future. At first, this can feel uncomfortable, but discomfort is a signal. It tells you it's time to release the weight and free yourself for the next journey. Old chapters often show up as recurring thoughts or familiar struggles. Maybe it's a relationship that drains you, a belief that keeps you small, or an emotion that resurfaces again and again. The reason these patterns rise during high-energy dates is simple. The vibration amplifies awareness. You see more clearly what has been hidden. What you've ignored suddenly demands attention. This isn't meant to punish you. It's an opportunity to choose differently. Closing an old chapter doesn't mean erasing your past. It means rewriting your relationship with it. You can honor the lessons while leaving behind the pain. The 9/9 energy helps you do this by creating space between who you were and who you are becoming. When you allow the old to close, you make room for the new. You step into a version of yourself that is freer, lighter, and more aligned with your true path. On September 26th, ask yourself, what am I still carrying that belongs to an old story? What belief, memory, or emotion no longer serves me? The answers may surprise you. Trust them. Let this day be a conscious ritual of release. By closing old chapters, you aren't losing anything. You're opening space for everything you've been waiting for. Science and spirituality are beginning to meet in fascinating ways. One of the most powerful ideas is that everything is energy, including your thoughts and emotions. The quantum perspective teaches that the world is not fixed and solid but a field of possibilities. When you shift your energy, you shift your reality. The 9/9 energy portal on September 26th connects directly to this truth, reminding you that transformation begins within. Every thought you think carries a frequency. Fear vibrates low and heavy, while love vibrates high and expansive. The universe responds to these frequencies like a mirror. When you hold on to old patterns, you keep repeating the same experiences because your energy hasn't changed. The moment you release the old, you begin to vibrate differently. That change in frequency attracts new experiences that match your higher state. This is why September 26th is so important. The vibration of 9 supports closure and transformation. It helps you raise your frequency by letting go of what drags you down. Think of it as clearing static from a radio signal. Once the noise is gone, the music comes through clearly. When your inner energy shifts, the outer world cannot help but shift too. This is the power of alignment with the quantum field. So when the 9/9 energy arrives, see it as a doorway to possibility. Use it to shift your thoughts, elevate your emotions, and align with a higher vibration. Remember, the outer world is not separate from you, it is shaped by you. September 26th gives you the chance to close old frequencies and step into a new field of energy where fresh opportunities are waiting. Your body remembers everything. Even when your mind tries to move on, unprocessed emotions live inside the cells, shaping how you feel and how you act. This is why the mind-body connection is so important during energetic portals like September 26th. When the vibration of 9/9 energy rises, it pulls old emotions to the surface. These emotions are signals, asking to be released so your body can finally rest and heal. Science shows that emotions are not just feelings in your head. They are chemical reactions that flow through the body. Stress, fear, and sadness create hormones that, if repeated often enough, become patterns in your biology. Over time, these patterns turn into habits of thought and even affect physical health. The 9/9 energy acts like a spotlight, showing you where these old cycles are stored in your body. Once you see them, you can choose to let them go. When you release an emotion, you are not ignoring it. You are completing it. Imagine holding your breath for too long, the body aches until you finally exhale. Emotions work the same way. They are meant to move through, not stay trapped. By breathing deeply, meditating, or simply acknowledging how you feel, you allow energy to flow. This rewires your biology, creating space for healthier thoughts and a calmer body. On September 26th, pay attention to what arises in your body. Do you feel heaviness in your chest? Tightness in your stomach? These are not random sensations. They are clues pointing to unresolved stories. Use this moment as a chance to breathe them out, to release them into the space around you. The body is always ready to heal. All it asks is that you give it permission by letting go of the weight you no longer need. There is a secret power hidden within you, the connection between your heart and your brain. When these two centers align, your entire body shifts into harmony. Scientists call this state coherence. Spiritually, it feels like deep peace and connection. The 9/9 energy on September 26th makes it easier to reach this state because it clears the noise of the past, allowing your inner rhythm to find balance again. The heart is more than a physical organ. It carries its own intelligence, sending signals that shape your emotions and even influence your thoughts. When the heart and brain are in conflict, you feel stressed, scattered, and disconnected. But when they work together, the body enters a flow state. You feel calm, centered, and open. This coherence allows you to access higher frequencies of awareness. Reaching heart-brain coherence is not complicated. Simple practices like deep breathing, focusing on gratitude, or visualizing light in your chest can create alignment. As you do this, your energy shifts instantly. Stress hormones lower, and your body produces chemicals that support healing and creativity. The more often you practice, the easier it becomes to live in this state naturally. During high-energy portals, the effect is even stronger. September 26th is an invitation to practice this alignment. When you feel your thoughts racing or your emotions rising, pause, place your hand on your heart. Breathe slowly. Imagine harmony flowing between your chest and your mind. This simple act can transform your energy. In that moment, you are no longer reacting to the past, you are creating the future from a place of balance and love. Meditation is the key that unlocks the 9/9 energy portal. When you quiet the mind, you tune into a frequency beyond daily noise. On September 26th, this practice becomes even more powerful because the vibration of completion supports your inner journey. Meditation allows you to step into the present moment, where the portal opens and where true transformation begins. You don't need hours of silence to benefit. Even a few minutes of focused breathing can shift your energy. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Imagine light filling your body with each breath. As you exhale, see the old stories, emotions, and beliefs leaving your system. This simple rhythm connects you to the universal flow. It's like opening a doorway inside yourself, where the energy of 9/9 can move freely. There are many ways to meditate during this portal. Some prefer guided journeys, where visualization helps them imagine walking through a door into a brighter future. Others sit in stillness, focusing only on the breath. Whatever method you choose, the key is intention. Your mind is a powerful tool. When you set the intention to release, Your subconscious begins to follow, and the portal responds. On September 26th, create space for this practice. Even 10 minutes of meditation can align you with the energy of closure and renewal. Imagine yourself standing before a doorway of light. As you breathe, see yourself stepping through, leaving behind the weight of the past. On the other side is clarity, freedom, and new possibility. The portal opens within you, and meditation is how you walk through it. Long before calendars and clocks ruled daily life, ancient cultures lived by the rhythms of the earth and sky. They noticed certain times of the year carried unique energy, and September was one of them. Around the equinox, when day and night balanced perfectly, they saw a doorway open. It was not just a shift in season, it was a shift in spirit. They believed the soul entered a harvest season, gathering lessons from the past cycle before moving into the next. In many traditions, the time around late September was marked with rituals of balance and release. Crops were gathered, symbolizing the fruits of effort. At the same time, offerings were made to honor what had ended. In Egypt, the equinox was connected to Mot, the goddess of balance and truth. In Celtic lands, festivals marked the closing of the light season. Each culture, though different, recognized that this was not just about farming or weather, it was about the soul's cycle of completion. The idea of a harvest of the soul meant more than food. It meant reflecting on what the year had given, what lessons had been learned, and what must be released. Ancient mystics saw September as a threshold where the invisible world spoke more clearly. They would meditate, perform rituals, or simply sit with the balance of day and night to realign themselves with cosmic order. The 9/9 energy on September 26th carries this same vibration, echoing through time. When we tune into this wisdom today, we can revive the ancient practice of inner harvest. Ask yourself, what seeds did I plant earlier this year? What grew and what didn't? What am I carrying that no longer belongs in my next season? By honoring these questions, you align with the rhythm humanity has known for thousands of years. September becomes more than a date. It becomes a sacred turning point, just as it was for those who came before us. Energy portals don't just open doors to light and joy. They also bring hidden emotions to the surface. This is why many people feel heavier, more sensitive, or even restless during times like September 26th. It's not a setback, it's an emotional detox. Just as the body sweats out toxins, the soul releases suppressed feelings when the vibration rises. The 9/9 energy is designed to clear the clutter, and emotions are part of that clutter. Think about emotions you've pushed aside. Maybe anger you never expressed, grief you never processed, or fear you tried to ignore. These feelings don't vanish, they sit quietly, waiting for a chance to be felt. During energetic closures, they rise like bubbles from deep water. It can feel overwhelming, but this is a sign of healing. The energy is helping you face what has been hidden, so you can finally let it go. The key is not to fight these emotions but to allow them. When sadness comes, let it wash through you. When anger rises, acknowledge it without judgment. Write it down, speak it out loud. Move your body to release it. Emotions are energy in motion. The more you resist them, the longer they stay. The more you allow them, the quicker they transform. The portal amplifies this process, making it easier to finally close these cycles. On September 26th, give yourself permission to feel. Create a safe space to breathe, journal, or meditate. If tears come, let them. If laughter bursts out, let that too. The detox is not about suffering, it's about cleansing. When the emotional weight lifts, you'll feel lighter, clearer, and more open. The 9/9 energy clears the heart, preparing it to receive the blessings of the next chapter. Sometimes energy feels abstract, but grounding it into action makes transformation real. That's where rituals come in. A ritual doesn't need to be elaborate. It's simply an act that carries intention. On September 26th, you can use simple yet powerful practices to align with the 9/9 energy. These actions help the body, mind, and spirit close old cycles and prepare for the new ones waiting ahead. One effective ritual is journaling. Sit with a notebook and write down everything you are ready to release: old beliefs, painful memories, habits that no longer serve you. Don't hold back. Once the list is complete, read it out loud, then tear or burn the paper as a symbol of letting go. This small act creates a physical release that mirrors the energetic release happening inside you. Breathwork is another powerful tool. Sit comfortably. Inhale deeply through the nose and exhale through the mouth with sound. Imagine exhaling all the old stories, all the heaviness you've been carrying. Continue for several minutes until your body feels lighter. This kind of intentional breathing clears stagnant energy and invites fresh vitality. Pair it with visualization. Imagine yourself stepping through a door of light, leaving the old behind and entering the new. You can also create a gratitude ritual. After releasing the old, write down what you are thankful for and what you want to welcome into your life. Gratitude shifts your frequency instantly, aligning you with higher vibrations. On September 26th, these rituals are amplified by the 9/9 energy. By combining intention with action, you ground the transformation. The rituals may be simple, but their impact can be profound, setting the tone for your next chapter. Manifestation is not just about wanting something new. It's about creating space for it. When you hold on to the past, you block the flow of energy. The universe cannot fill a cup that is already full. This is why the 9/9 energy is so powerful. It closes one cycle so a new one can begin. On September 26th, you are invited to release what no longer serves you, making room for what you truly desire. Think of nature. After a wildfire, the forest looks destroyed, but within weeks, new growth begins. The soil becomes fertile, and fresh life emerges stronger than before. Endings are not destruction, they are preparation. In the same way, when you close old chapters in your life, you create fertile ground for manifestation. The 9/9 energy is like that fertile soil, ready to support your highest vision. Manifestation is not about forcing outcomes. It's about aligning with the vibration of what you want. When you release old emotions and beliefs, your frequency rises. You naturally attract experiences that match this higher state. Instead of chasing your dreams, you begin to magnetize them. The universe responds to your clarity, sending opportunities, synchronicities, and people who align with your new path. On September 26th, take time to envision what you want to create next. After releasing the old, sit quietly and imagine your future as if it is already here. Feel the emotions of living in that reality. The portal amplifies these feelings, sending them out like a signal into the field of possibilities. Remember, manifestation begins the moment you choose to let go of the past. Endings are not the end, they are the doorway to your beginning. Some moments in life feel ordinary, while others feel like turning points. September 26th is one of those moments. The alignment of 9/9 energy makes this date a catalyst for change. A catalyst is something that speeds up transformation, and that is exactly what this day offers. What might normally take months to release or create can shift quickly when you align with this portal. Timing matters. Just as farmers know the best season to plant seeds, your soul knows the right moments to act. When universal energy supports closure, resistance becomes heavier, but surrender becomes easier. September 26th is one of those rare windows when the energy of the universe leans in your favor. By aligning your actions with this timing, you multiply the power of your intention. Many people overlook timing because they believe change is always available. While that is true, certain dates amplify the process. Think of it like swimming with the current, instead of against it. You still move forward, but with much less effort. On September 26th, the current is strong. Old cycles end faster, and new opportunities align more smoothly when you flow with the energy. To use this catalyst wisely,